Okay, first I'm going to show you our little chicken house. This little log building here was a barn, believe it or not. And this lady called me one day and said, "Hey, I have this barn that was my grandpa's, and the new 4-lane highway is coming through and they're buying our property, and this barn will be destroyed. It'll be right under the center line." And said, "If you want it, please come and get it." So I went, and it was a really cool old barn. I'll try to post a picture of it before I took it down. But about half of it was rotted, and I couldn't salvage most of it, but I got enough good logs that I made this one stall that you see here, and it is 8 by 12 feet. And I had this shed, which is 8 feet, and I had my tractor under it, but since we have a goat now, I turned it into a little goat stall for now until I get my new barn built. There's some of our Banies. They just kind of run around loose and run all over the place. And here's 2 of our Guineas. These 2 Guineas here was given to me by my friend they call Goober. And so I call them my Goober Guineas. This barn may not be much, but it was completely free. I do not have one dime in this structure, and it serves its purpose well for now. Now I'll move on over here and I'll show you some of our other animals. Okay, here is one of our Rhode Island red hens. She kind of took up home with the goat, and her and the goat become real good buddies. So she lives in the goat pen now, and I just leave her be, and she lays her little eggs every day in his hay manger. Let me go on through here. If you can come around this way. Here is our baby Pygmy Goat. His name is Sky. He belongs to our 10-year-old daughter. That is the only thing she wanted for her birthday, is a Pygmy Goat. So here he is. We're hoping to get a nanny for him this year. Alright. Let me come up on the hill here and you can see all of the chickens and turkeys. As you can see, we got a little bit of snow the last day or two. Not much, just barely a dusting. Makes things pretty though. Here is our Bourbon Red Turkeys. Let me feed them there. I've really grown to love these turkeys. They're just like having a dog on the farm. Every time you come out to the chicken house, well, they come and greet you and want your attention. Just like now. And I actually had started out with 4 of these when they were biddies. And I lost 2 of them. And then I raised the hen you see here and another Tom. And he just mysteriously died. I really don't know what was wrong with him. If he picked up a disease and I didn't know it. But I got this other one to go with her now. And I'm hoping to raise some biddies from them this year. Also, here is one of our Guineas. This Guinea stays with the chickens because he had another Guinea that was his little friend. But they took up with this Dharma Rooster here. And I don't know if they think they're chickens or if the rooster thinks he's a Guinea. But they stay side by side almost all the time. And every time I turn the Guinea loose, he goes right back to the pen to be with this rooster. Here is one of our Speckled Sussex hens. These are some of our favorite. And these were actually a wedding present to me and my wife from one of our friends. And we had lots of these, and we've kind of thinned down to just 5 now. But they are an awesome chicken. They're very gentle. The girls love them and play with them. And they lay eggs every day. This rooster, we raised him from a biddy. And our youngest daughter, she is 6 years old. She thought it was a little girl. And she named it Elena after herself. And little Elena ended up being a little boy. So when it come butchering time, I was thinning out all the roosters, but of course little Elena here had to stay. Here's the lone Silkie rooster. He just kind of does his own thing, and he doesn't really fool with other chickens much. We had a Silkie hen, and we used to let our chickens free range, but we had so much trouble with the varmints and some dogs killing them, I had to put them back up in the pen, and we lost a Silkie hen whenever we had them turned out. There is our golden lace Wyandotte hens. They are two of my favorites. I hatched some biddies from them last year, and they all turned out beautiful. This rooster right here is actually a cross between a golden lace Wyandotte and the Rhode Island Red, and we really like his color. There's one of the Dahmer hens and one of our white leghorns. I really like those. They lay a large white egg every day, and they hardly ever miss a day. There's the little goat Sky again. When we first got him, I'll show you here, I fenced in this whole big lot right here. If you can see it. The fence goes all the way up into the wood line and all around this small pasture. Well, I put him in the little cage, and I said, well, he'll be good. We come out, and the goat is nowhere to be seen. And my wife looked, and he was running up this mountain. And that don't look that far up through there, but that is a long way up on to the ridge. So I come running, and of course by the time I got here, he was nowhere to be found. And I climbed. It was the middle of the summertime. It was August or September. It was real hot and green still. And I run all the way to the ridge here, and I walked everywhere you can see. I walked all the way down that way and all the way to the left and could not find it. Finally, we went back up, and we chased it all over this place and finally caught it, put it back up. Then the next day, the little escape artist got out again, and I couldn't find it, and I'd give up on it. And we was sitting on the porch, and all of a sudden we heard a little cry, and I took off running, and the goat had made it into the lot with the horses and the mule, and thought he wanted to be friends with them, but they was pretty big for him. So luckily we got him back, and I have downsized his pen a lot now until he gets big enough to stay in. We also have some pigs on the homestead, and the sows actually bred and should be having babies, I'm saying within the month. And I'll do another video and show you those. We also have a few horses and a mule that I'll make another video of. And we hope y'all will like and subscribe. We're going to have lots of good videos coming this spring and summer on the how-tos on our canning and all of our gardening. And I'm currently building a log house that I took down that's from the mid-1800s, and I'll have some videos of working on that. And also have a barn to build, and we'll have lots of good videos from that, and plenty of how-tos, and just plain life living. We hope y'all will join us, and please like and subscribe. God bless.